What's up, Michigan Nation? It's your boy TJ Ronin. You can find me on the socials at TJ_Ronin. And let's get into the newest transfer portal commit for the Michigan Wolverines. It is former top 100 linebacker Troy Bowles, the son of Tampa Bay head coach Todd Bowles. Let's get into what we're looking at here and what we're getting. We will get into his game log, obviously, with Georgia. I want to get into his recruiting profile before he committed. As he is a freshman, he does have 3 years of eligibility. We will look at his highlight tape, and we will look at the transfer portal class, and then we will look at the entire depth chart of the roster and where everybody fits, because I finally have it updated. Still needs a few more tweaks, but it's pretty much updated. Let's get into Troy Bowles. So Troy Bowles was a freshman, obviously, at Georgia. Georgia has a very, very talent-rich program, so he didn't see the field a lot as a freshman, which is common. But when he did see the field, he was able to accumulate 5 total tackles for the season. He did get some run. He still has 3 years of eligibility, so that's good for Michigan. Let's take a look at what he looked like coming out of high school, because he was a class of 23 recruits. So this is still, in my opinion, very relevant. So we'll take a look at his recruiting profile right here. Former top 100 player, ranked 80th in the nation. They have him listed as 6'1", 205. And he just had a very high profile. He was formerly a target for Michigan when he was coming out of high school, and he was even a target for Brian Jean-Marie. So it was really a match made in heaven for the Bowles family, because he did have that previous relationship with Brian Jean-Marie, and Michigan was a place that they did visit when he was a recruit. Let's look at his scouting profile. One of the more complete 3-down linebacker prospects to come out of Florida recently. That's high-ass praise, by the way. Given his ability to not only take on blocks and blitz, but also cover tight ends and running backs. He has done nothing but produce since he was a freshman at the Sunshine State's most tradition-rich high school programs, totaling over 250 tackles, 12 sacks, 5 interceptions. His first 3 years on varsity, he's an intelligent player that has a good feel for what's going on around him, which isn't surprising given the fact that his father is an NFL defensive coordinator. Obviously, he's a head coach, so that's outdated. Now he's a head coach. A face-up tackler and a good leg drive that doesn't let many slip ball carries out of his hands. Featured primarily as a stand-up edge player early in his prep career, which in turn taught him how to win with chop or simple dip and shoulder. Comfortable in zone coverage and is quick to anticipate throws. More than capable of making a difference outside of the hashes given his initial burst, and will exert plenty of energy over the course of 4 quarters. Will need to cut down on a few mistakes he makes and keeps mastering his craft, but should be viewed as one of the top backers in the 23 class. Traits and pro-like mentality suggest that he can emerge as a trusted contributor for a top 25 program and eventually an impact player with NFL upside. He is projected with a 2nd to 3rd round grade, which is obviously an excellent ass prospect for Michigan to add to this roster. I'm very excited about it. Let's take a look at his highlight tape now. So unfortunately, he did not have a senior highlight tape. He did not have one. So we'll take a look at what he had his junior year. 105 tackles, 2 interceptions. Let's take a look at what kind of player Michigan's looking to land here, or has landed here. So one of the things that, and I mean, laying the wood, we'll take that. We love physicality. We play smash football, all gas, no brakes. But what's also interesting about Troy Bowles is he's going to be playing, in my opinion, the weak side linebacker position. He will be in coverage, like the scouting report said. He'll be covering tight ends, and right now making plays in coverage, right? So you have now. The question becomes: does Troy Bowles, does he compete for that weak side starting linebacker position this year with the Jay Sean Barnum transition to the Sam backer? Who's going to play next to Ernest Hausman? Is it Jimmy Reuter? Is it going to be Troy Bowles? And Troy Bowles is laying these dudes the fuck out right now, bro. And pardon my language if you're watching this with your children, but sometimes you just got to say it how it is. And look at this play. Look at the reading react skills, diagnosing. Get out of my face, kid. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. We love that. We take that all day. That's obviously Michigan approved. Those schools down south like Ohio State, they don't play that way, but we play that way up here. Damn, man. Let's take a look at that again. Wow, he just snatches it out of there. Just great coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes in the right place, doesn't leave his responsibility and makes the play. And, that's where you get with the high IQ player. Obviously, his dad is a head coach in the NFL, defensive. He really does lay the wood, man. Jeez, look at this. He comes with bad intentions. Hey, we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. I love it, man. I love the physicality. This is a really good addition, guys. I fully anticipate that this kid will be an impact player for Michigan one day. Now, is it going to be his first year? We'll see. He's got to adapt to Wink's system. We know the linebackers have a bit of a transition period. We saw that with Houseman. We saw that with Barham. There is a transition period in the Wink Martindale system, but once they get it, they can play it at all Big Ten level. Yeah, I'm very excited about this prospect, man. You see him playing on the outside. He can rush the quarterback. He obviously, geez, dude, he really look at the freaking power he hits with these players with, man. Look at the quarterback's head on this hit. Boom, boy. Concussion. Concussion. Yeah, I like him. Very happy. Nice move. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love it, man. He comes with the physicality. Very strong player here. I'm excited to have him added to the room. Remember, guys, we have a room, and we will get into the depth chart. We have a room with Jimmy Reuter, with Cole Sullivan, right? We have depth at the linebacker position. We will go over the depth chart at the end of this video, but I just wanted to show you guys what type of player Michigan is getting here. And obviously, we are looking at a strong player who not only looks to be a three-phase linebacker in the sense of can stop the run, can attack the quarterback, and can play in coverage. That's an all-around linebacker. And you can see his athletic profile as well. I mean, he definitely stands out on tape. Has burst, has speed, closing ability, physical as hell, dog mentality. I mean, if anyone is familiar with Todd Bowles, he's an aggressive defensive coordinator. Like, and you could tell his son is without question taking the characteristics of his dad. And he was obviously taught his entire life the game. So it's exciting to have a player of this DNA in the program. Love to see it. Let's get to after this play, let's get to what just an excellent player. Let's look at our class now. So what does our transfer portal class look like now? We now have 6 additions. And I do like every single addition to this class. I do think Troy Bowles is a very strong addition. And I think his transfer portal ranking is ridiculous. I don't know how you're ranked 86. Your rating's 86 after 1 year at Georgia, one of the most talent-rich programs in the nation, and they load up on linebacker. Okay, and he was a freshman, and you're going to drop him 10 points. That's wild to me. Whatever. We don't worry about we look at film. We do not look at rankings. Damon Payne, another nice rotational piece, likely playing the 3 tech, could play a little close end, the Chris Jenkins role. Tevis Metcalf, very physical, pit bull-like corner. TJ Metcalf, who I am projecting to start next to Rod Moore next season. Rod Moore still needs to publicly confirm he's coming back, but I feel he will. We'll see, to be determined. Brady Norton, another player with 3 years of eligibility, just like Tevis Metcalf. See, that's the interesting thing. On Monday's show, guys, we're going to have Monday shows going to be Monday, 8 p.m. It's not going to be Tuesday due to the holidays. I have a theory about this transfer portal class that I will share with you guys. And I think I'm on the money, but we'll find out. We'll talk about it more Monday. I'll get into it. I'll break it down. And then obviously Donovan McCulley, your X-type receiver, very productive 2 years ago. This year, he kept his eligibility, came to Michigan. I am excited about that addition. That's a good addition. Does Michigan have work to do? Absolutely. But what we need to look at next is what does this roster look like with our current transfer portal additions? And I will share that right now. So this is the updated depth chart. Now, this is a work in progress, and I don't have it exactly where it needs to be just yet. And I want to add all the classes. If you see, I've already started on the wide receivers. I've started adding the years so I can figure out the eligibility of these players for you guys. But it's a work in progress. My guy Jay is helping me out. So Jay, if you're watching this, shout out, brother. I appreciate you. So here's where we are. If it is yellow, these are positions for me that I believe need to be filled. These are positions that I think we need to find players that can help this roster become a playoff team next year. If they are in blue, they are freshmen. Okay. So here we are. So if we look at where Todd Bowles is, or I'm sorry, it's not even Todd Bowles. I actually misspelled my guy's name. It is Troy Bowles, bro. His dad is definitely not playing college. So we'll fix that on the fly. Troy Bowles here. I got him at the will. He's going to be competing with Jimmy Reuter, but I do believe Jimmy Reuter, I believe he's next up. I think he has shown this past season that he is ready. Now, I also think it's very interesting. We got Cole Sullivan also at the linebacker position. What are we going to see here? Is Cole Sullivan going to emerge? I think he can. We all know he was one of the fan base's favorite players coming out of high school. Kid's a dog. I fully expect we'll start hearing his name more and more. But let's look at the roster as a whole. In my opinion, personally, we need a left tackle. I think we need a left guard. Is it possible Nathan Afobe's that guy? It's possible. Is it possible the coaching staff says, you know what, Andrew Sprague, highly ranked offensive lineman, absolute mountain. Is he ready as a sophomore? Or I'm sorry, a redshirt freshman. See, that's why I got to update those eligibilities. But he's a redshirt freshman. Is he ready? To be determined. Are we going to depend on Evan Link, guys? That's the question, right? Is he ready? Now, did he show improvement as the season progressed? Absolutely. But who's our nose tackle? Is it Kenneth Grant? Maybe. Kenneth Grant is not declared yet. We'll see if Kenneth Grant's that guy, then absolutely this front seven looks even better. But then my question is, who is our close end? We will get into this more on the Monday show. We will do a dissection of the roster. I'll even try and polish this up even more for you guys. But be on the lookout for that. This is what the team looks like. We have a good team, guys. We are a strong team, but we have holes that we got to work on. Hopefully the boys this weekend close. We got some major targets this weekend. We'll see what happens here. We already have a nice start to the weekend, obviously getting Troy Bowles. Very excited for this edition. And let's see what they can do, guys. We still have a week and a half. Let's see. I believe the transfer portal closes. I think it's the 29th. So we have a little over a week before the transfer portal closes. We'll see what the boys can do. And that just means players can enter. You can still get commitments after it closes. But we'll be on the lookout. So, all right, guys, that's my video today. Find me on the socials at TJ_Ronin. Our next show is Monday at 8 p.m., but I might see you before that. We'll see if the boys can close on some commitments. Shout out to everybody. I hope you have an excellent Christmas, excellent holiday. And as you guys know, it is always go blue.